In the land of Egypt, under the rule of a merciless Pharaoh, the Hebrew people toiled as slaves. Day after day, their hands bled from labor. Their backs bore the weight of their oppression.
Move faster, you dogs! The Pharaoh demands more bricks.
For the Hebrews, there was no mercy, no reprieve.
Competent rat!
Hurry up! The sun won't wait for you, sloth.
Each step was a testament to their endurance, each breath a struggle for survival.
Divine Pharaoh, ruler of the Nile and the lands beyond, we bring grave news of the Hebrews.
What troubles you about the Hebrew slaves?
Their numbers grow, great Pharaoh. They multiply and spread, and with them the seeds of rebellion. If left unchecked, they could rise against us.
And what exactly do you propose?
To ensure our dominion and the future of Egypt, we must strike at the heart of their strength. Decree that all the firstborn Hebrew boys shall be cast into the Nile. Let the river cleanse our land of this threat.
Well, to cast infants into the Nile, such a decree will be remembered for its ruthlessness. But if it is what must be done to secure our reign, then but it is a necessary sacrifice, O Pharaoh. The gods themselves demand it to protect the sanctity of Egypt. So let it be written. All firstborn Hebrews shall be cast into the Nile. Let the river serve as our sword.
Leave no house unsearched. Take every firstborn male. Out of the way, woman.
With brutal efficiency, the soldiers carried out their orders, leaving a trail of devastation and heartache in their wake.
Make haste! We have orders!
The cries of the innocent mingled with the laments of the bereaved, a cacophony of sorrow that reached up to the heavens. In the wake of Pharaoh's decree, the Nile would be stained with the tears of the Hebrews. Amidst the terror and despair, one family clung to a fragile hope, unaware that their child was destined for something greater.
Mother, what are we going to do?
The soldiers are coming. We must move now.
Miriam, go get the basket, now.
In the face of imminent danger, they prepared to take a desperate step, placing their faith in the unseen.
My precious child, may the Lord take care of you.
We must hurry. There's no time.
With heavy hearts but unyielding spirits, they set forth to hide their beloved child from Pharaoh's wrath.
Place him in the reeds, Miriam, but carefully.
In that moment of profound sorrow and hope, they entrusted their son to the river, praying for a miracle.
May God be with you, my son.
We must go now.
The river is especially calm this morning. What is that? It's a baby.
My lady, this is a Hebrew child. It is forbidden.
He's just a child. He's just so innocent and helpless. I can't just turn him away.
But, my lady, he is a slave by birth. He should not be raised in Pharaoh's house.
He will be my son, and I will raise him as an Egyptian, as a prince. This child was a gift to me by the gods.
But if anyone finds out...
No one must know. Swear to me that you'll tell no one about this.
Fine. I swear, my lady, I will stay silent.
I will name you Moses, for I have drew you out of the water.
Moses was nurtured in the wisdom of Egypt, his mind sharpened by the teachings of the priests.
These are the teachings of Thoth, the god of wisdom. Knowledge is the foundation of a strong and just ruler.
Under the tutelage of Egypt's finest warriors, Moses honed his skills, learning the art of combat.
Focus, Moses. A true warrior must master both mind and body.
In the heart of the Ethiopian war camp, Moses rallied his troops, their spirits high with the promise of victory.
Moses, Ramses, welcome back to the palace. Your victory in Ethiopia has brought great honor to Egypt.
Thank you, Your Majesty. It was an honor to serve Egypt on the battlefield.
You have both served Egypt well. Your bravery and leadership have not gone unnoticed.
Just remember who's the rightful heir to the throne.
We serve Egypt, Ramses. Let us not forget that.
Indeed, Moses. You have brought honor to Egypt once again. Perhaps you could learn a thing or two from Moses about leadership and honor.
Of course, Your Majesty. I will strive to live up to Moses' example.
We are brothers, Ramses. Let us stand united in service to Egypt.
Did you hear what my father said at court today?
Aye, my lord. Pharaoh spoke highly of Moses once again. It seems his favor knows no bounds.
Moses. Always Moses. It sickens me how Pharaoh lavishes praise upon him while his own firstborn stands in his shadow.
Yes, but Pharaoh values Moses' counsel greatly. He sees him as a wise and trusted advisor.
Wise? Trusted? What about me, Dathan? Am I not worthy of Pharaoh's praise? Am I not his own flesh and blood?
Oh, forgive me, my lord. You are Pharaoh's firstborn, and your place is secure in the eyes of the gods.
I will not be overshadowed by Moses any longer. I will prove to Pharaoh that I am worthy of his favor, no matter the cost.
As you command, my lord. But tread carefully, for the path you walk is fraught with danger. Let not your pride blind you to the consequences of your actions.
Halt! Cease his brutality immediately.
He defied my orders, my lord. He deserves punishment.
I said stop!
Moses, what have you done?
Moses, a Hebrew? This cannot be, Ramses. You must be mistaken.
I speak the truth, Father. Moses was no Egyptian. He was one of them, a slave like the rest of them.
But he was raised as my own son. How could he betray me like this?
Perhaps it was because you loved him more than your own blood. You gave him everything while I stood in his shadows, waiting for your approval.
I never meant to favor him over you, Ramses. I just thought I was doing what was best for our kingdom.
What is best for our kingdom is a leader who is not blinded by sentimentality. You should have seen through his lies, Father. You should have seen him for what he truly was.
I was a fool to trust him, to love him as my own. I have failed you, Ramses. I have failed our people.
No, Father. We have all been deceived by Moses' cunning. But now, it is up to us to right the wrongs he has committed.
You are right, Ramses. We will not let Moses' betrayal tear our kingdom apart. You, Ramses, will bring an even greater Egypt than I.
Alone in the unforgiving wilderness, Moses struggles to survive. His journey fraught with hardship and despair. Moses sets forth once more into the vast expanse of the desert, his spirit unbroken by the trials that await him.
This well belongs to our father Jethro. You have no right to steal from it.
Doesn't look like he's here to stop us. Now move aside, girl.
Leave them alone.
And who are you to give us orders?
Someone who won't stand by while you harass these women.
Let's go.
Oh, thank you, stranger. We are grateful for your help. Please allow us to draw you some of our water.
No, I'm just a traveler. It's not necessary.
What has happened here?
Father, this is the man who saved us from thieves who tried to steal our water.
You have shown great kindness to my daughters. For that I am deeply thankful. Please stay with us for a while.
If you insist, I will stay for a time.
Welcome to our home. May you find peace and rest here.
You are very good with the sheep, considering you just started.
Thank you. I had to learn quickly.
You aren't from Midian, are you? When you arrived, your robes were made of flax. They're not from Midian.
Ah, I see. You're very observant.
Abba told me many stories about Egypt. I always wanted to travel there. What was your life like there?
Wow, it's a land of great beauty and wealth, but also of cruelty. The Hebrews, the slaves, they suffer terribly under the weight of their burdens.
I'm sorry. It must have been difficult to see such horrible things.
It was. I tried to help where I could, but the cruelty was just overwhelming. I couldn't stand by and watch any longer.
You have a kind heart, Moses. It's clear that you care deeply for others.
I do. But I also carry the weight of my past decisions. Sometimes it feels like no matter what I do, it won't be enough.
You have shown great courage today. Standing up for what was right is something most wouldn't do.
In the tranquil land of Midian, love blossomed between Moses and Zipporah. Through shared labors and quiet moments, their hearts intertwined.
Look, Mom, all the sheep are together today.
Yes, I see them. Someday you'll grow up to be a great shepherd like your father.
Moses. Moses.
Zipporah, boys, I'll be back soon.
Where's Father going?
Whatever it is, it clearly got his attention.
What is this? Why is this bush not burned up?
Moses. Moses.
Here I am.
Do not come close. Pick up your step. But the place where you must step is holy ground.
Who are you?
I am the God of your father, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob.
I have seen the suffering of my people in Egypt, and I have heard their cries. So I will deliver them out of Egypt and bring them into a good land, a land flowing with milk and honey. So go, I am sending you to Pharaoh, and to bring my people, the Israelites, out of Egypt.
But who am I that I should go to Pharaoh and bring the Israelites out of Egypt?
I will be with you, and I will provide you signs to show who has sent you. And when you have brought the people out of Egypt, you will return here.
But suppose I go to the Israelites and I say to them, the God of your fathers has sent me to you. And they asked me, what is his name? Then what shall I tell them?
I am who I am. This is what you are to say to the Israelites. I am has sent me to you.
And what if they do not believe me or listen to me and say, the Lord did not appear to you?
Moses, what is that in your hand?
It's my staff.
Throw it on the ground. Reach for it and grab it by the tail. This is so that they may believe that the Lord, the God of their fathers, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob has appeared to you.
But Lord, I don't understand. Why me? I was the prince of Egypt. Why would they listen to me? I'm sorry, but I think you've chosen the wrong man. I am not a prophet.
Fast mouth. Who made the death? The mute, the seeing, or the blind? Did I? Now go!
Moses, I will always be with you.
Zipporah!
Moses, what is it? What happened?
I saw something. No, I heard something. God spoke to me. He appeared to me in a burning bush that was not consumed by the fire. He has commanded me to return to Egypt to free our people. I am to go back and confront Pharaoh, but I worry, Zipporah. I worry about leaving you and the children. I worry that you might feel abandoned.
Abandoned? Moses, I have always knew there was something special about you, even if you didn't see it in yourself. This is your calling. God has seen it too. How can I be worried? I'm glad. Glad that someone finally sees you as you truly are. We will go with you, Moses. Family sticks together.
Moses, my brother.
Aaron, it's been so long.
Oh, Moses. It was the most beautiful dream. God has spoken to me as well. He ordered for me to help you, to work with you.
Together, we will do what must be done.
Elders of Israel, we have come with a message from God. Aaron, we have heard many promises. What makes yours any different?
I am Moses, once a prince of Egypt, but my heart has always been with my people. I have been chosen by God to lead you out of bondage.
You, Moses, have a message for us after disappearing for 30 years? What proof do you have to show that you are really from God?
Behold the power of God.
We have waited so long for our deliverance, but how for sure can we trust that you're able to confront Pharaoh and succeed where others have failed?
God has seen your suffering, and He has heard your cries. He has commanded me to confront Pharaoh and demand your freedom. But I cannot do this alone. I need your faith, I need your strength, and I need your support.
We shall stand with you, Moses. As will I. May the God of our fathers be with you, Moses.
Thank you, my brothers. Together we will face Pharaoh and demand our freedom. Together we will witness the power of God and the liberation of our people. Ramses?
Well, well, well. Look who's returned to grace us with his presence. What brings a lowly shepherd to the halls of Pharaoh?
I have not come as a prince, Ramses. I'm here to demand the freedom of the Hebrew slaves.
Oh, how noble of you, Moses. But let me enlighten you. I do not know your God, and I will not release my workforce on a mere whim. And why should I heed your words, Moses? What power do you possess that I should fear?
Witness the might of God, Ramses. He commands you to free the Hebrew slaves.
Is this the extent of your persuasion, Moses? A mere conjuring trick? I remain unimpressed. My magicians can do the same. See, Moses, my magicians can perform the same feat as your God.
What makes you think your power is greater than mine?
Their snake is swallowing up ours.
You may mock us now, Ramses, but mark my words. The plague will come, and they will not cease until the Hebrew slaves are set free.
But here's something I will do. From now on, the Hebrews will receive no more straw for their bricks.
Then how are they supposed to make their bricks?
Let Moses' staff provide for them.
Release our people, Ramses. Let them go.
You dare defy me, Moses? Your efforts are in vain. The Hebrew slaves will remain under my dominion.
Bring them to me. By the gods, what sorcery is this?
This cannot be!
I am not impressed. Abandon this futile mission, Moses. The Hebrews are mine.
Hebrews, hear me. I, Ramses II, decree that your suffering will only increase. Not only will I no longer give you straw for your bricks, I will also be doubling your work. And for every act of defiance, for every demand to let you go, more of your kind will perish. Your so-called leaders have brought this on you. Your insolence will be paid in blood. These three will be the first of many. Let this be a lesson to all who dare oppose me.
Ramses, stop this madness. You bring nothing but suffering upon your own people.
Moses, you dare show your face here? You are the cause of their suffering.
You are the one who has hardened his heart, Pharaoh. Release the Hebrews and the plagues will cease.
Plagues or no plagues, I will never bow to your God. These people belong to me.
These people belong to God, not to you. Your cruelty will be your downfall.
Enough! Soldiers, make an example of these three.
Stop! Your heart is hardened, Ramses. But know this, the God of Israel sees all. You cannot win this war against the Almighty.
I am Pharaoh. I am a god on earth. Your threats mean nothing to me. Do it!
This is not the end, Ramses. Your heart is your own prison.
I will not be threatened by your God. I will break every last one of you. Oh, don't say it. You want me to let your people go?
I see you're still good with the sword, Ramses.
Ramses, we must talk. Ramses, I did not want to do this, but I must obey the Lord of my people. Ramses, remember our shared past, the days of our youth, when we walked the halls of this palace as brothers. Why must it end like this?
Things were simpler then. We were heirs to the throne, masters of our destiny. But those days are gone, Moses. The weight of responsibility has crushed those moments.
It doesn't have to be this way, Ramses. Your pride has blinded you to the suffering of your people. Let go of it before it consumes you.
I will not be dictated to, Moses. I will not be threatened, not even by you. I am the greatest Pharaoh Egypt has ever known. I will not be second.
Second, was this what it was all about? The past? Ramses, you have to let that go. You were never second.
I was second. Whether you noticed it or not, I was always second. How could my father love someone like you and not his own son? All my life I've been second. And when you left, that was all over. I am Pharaoh. I come out on top. I am Lord. I will never be second. Ever.
Ramses, what is wrong with you? Your heart is darker than this plague. You have the power to end it, Ramses, but your pride stands in the way.
Don't lecture me, Moses. My ancestors knew how to deal with your people. Perhaps it is time I followed in their footsteps. If I have to save Egypt from your God's destruction by doing that, then so be it.
It wasn't God who destroyed Egypt, Ramses. It was you. You chose pride over compassion, arrogance over humility. You alone bear the responsibility for the suffering of your own people.
I will not be swayed by your words, Moses. I will not relinquish my power, not even in the face of divine wrath.
Ramses, something is coming. Something worse than ever before. Please, let go of your pride before it destroys everything.
Know this, Moses. If this plague comes to pass, I will send a plague of my own to all the Hebrews, and your sons will not be spared. The next time you come before me will be the day you die.
May God have mercy on your soul, Ramses, for it is not his hand that brings destruction upon Egypt, but yours. Listen to me, my people. Tonight, the Lord will pass through the land of Egypt and strike down every firstborn son. But he has provided us with a way to be spared from his wrath. Take a lamb without blemish, slaughter it, and smear its blood on the doorposts of your houses. When the Lord sees the blood,
He will pass over your homes and spare your children. Do not delay. Go now and prepare. The Lord will be our deliverer.
My son is dead because of you.
My lord, if you just kill them.
You brought this upon me, Moses. You and your accursed God.
Pharaoh, please. Enough blood has been shed. Let them go as their God commands. Spare your people from further suffering. Let them go. Ramses,
Leave. Take your people and go. Just leave me to my grief.
And so it came to pass that Moses led the children of Israel out of Egypt. God guided them with a mighty hand, leading them by a pillar of cloud by day and a pillar of fire by night. By day, the pillar of cloud went before them, showing the way through the barren desert. And when night fell, the pillar of fire lit their path, a beacon of hope and protection. They had been in the chains of bondage for 400 years, and now were free. But the heart of Ramses was hardened, and the confrontation was not yet over.
He's been like this for 4 days. Did you offer him anything to eat or to drink? No. Every time we offer, he refuses. My lord, your wife is concerned about your health. She wishes to see you. Go. Just leave me.
Ramses grieved deeply for his lost son, his heart filled with rage and sorrow. In his anguish, he turned to the gods of Egypt.
Why have you forsaken me? Why have you allowed this to happen? Give me a sign. Show me the way.
In his moment of despair, Ramses believed he heard the will of his gods. His grief transformed into a renewed resolve, a burning desire to reclaim what he had lost.
Gather my armor and make my chariots ready. All of them. The Hebrews will be our slaves, and the name of Moses will be remembered, for only that he was murdered under my chariot wheels. It's the Pharaoh's army!
Why did you bring us here, Moses? To die in the desert?
It would be better for us to be slaves in Egypt than be a corpse in the wilderness.
Do not be afraid. Stand firm, and you will see the deliverance the Lord will bring you today. The Egyptians you see today, you will never see again. The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still.
My lord, we can't fight the power of the god. This is beyond us. Sir, what are you doing?
I would rather die to a god than return in shame. Forward, men! We will not be stopped by mere fire.
Behold, the power of the Lord. Now go, cross the sea. The Lord has made a way for us.
Now! After them! Do not let them escape!
And so the Lord saved Israel that day from the hands of the Egyptians. And Israel saw the Egyptians lying dead on the shore. And the people feared the Lord and put their trust in him and in Moses, his servant.
Everyone remain calm. There is no need to worry. But it's been so long. Who knows what could have happened to Moses?
Maybe a wild animal killed him. The mountain could be filled with danger.
Or worse, maybe he saw the face of God and killed him. But why should we continue to worship a God that has clearly abandoned us? Look around. Look at your children. We're starving, we're lost, and our leader is nowhere to be found.
No, that is not true. Our God has not abandoned us. He led us out of Egypt. He parted the Red Sea, and He will lead us to the Promised Land.
Oh, really? Then why are we starving? Why are we still wandering in this desert with no end in sight? Perhaps it's time we took matters into our own hands.
Moses left me in charge. And I say we remain faithful. Our God has a plan, even if we don't see it yet.
A plan? A plan won't fix empty stomachs, Aaron. No, it's clear that this God has forgotten us. We need a God we can see, a God we can touch, a God who will lead us now.
He might be right. He might need a new God.
Dathan is right. It's clear that God has abandoned us, so we need a new God who will lead us. No, Moses would not want this. We must wait for him to return.
We're done waiting. We need a God now.
Then let's create a new God. A God who won't abandon us. A God who will lead us to the promised land. The people have spoken, Aaron.
All right. Bring your gold. Bring as much of it as you can.
In their impatience and fear, the Hebrews turned to idolatry, worshiping a God of their own making, forsaking the one who had delivered them from bondage.
You shall have no other gods before me.
Behold, this is the God who brought you out of Egypt.
You shall not make yourself a carved image.
We worship you, O God, with sacrifices.
You shall not take the name of the Lord your God in vain. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. Honor your father and your mother. You shall not murder. You shall not commit adultery. You shall not steal. You shall not bear false witness against your neighbor.
You shall not covet.
Go down to your people, Moses, for they have sinned and corrupted themselves. Look at what you have done! You have so little faith.
We are free from Egypt, Moses. Why should we have to obey God's law?
There is no freedom without the law.
Whose law, Moses? God's or yours? Is that why you've been in the mountain for so long? Did you carve those tablets to become a god over us?
God delivered you from bondage.
And this is how you repay him? By turning to idols? At least the golden calf doesn't demand endless sacrifices and impossible standards. You would rather worship a lifeless idol than the living God who brought you out of Egypt with a mighty hand? We needed something we could see. Something tangible. Where were you, Moses? Up on the mountain, leaving us to starve and thirst? We took matters into our own hands because we had to.
You think God is selfish? That he only cares for himself? It is your selfishness that has brought you to this point.
Selfishness? We were desperate, hungry, thirsty. Where was your God then? You know very well that God provided manna from heaven and water from the rock, yet you still doubt him. Well, maybe we're tired of waiting on a God who hides himself away on a mountain. Aaron, how could you let the people go astray? The people made me do it, Moses. They were desperate and impatient. I hope you are all ready to dedicate yourself to the Lord. All of you committed a great sin. But perhaps I can go back on the mountain and ask God to forgive all of you. But whoever is on the Lord's side, let them come to me.
The people of Israel, realizing their transgressions, sought forgiveness and turned back to the Lord, understanding that true freedom lies within his law. God led the people of Israel through the desert, a journey meant to test their faith and reliance on him. Yet, the people continued to complain, their faith wavering with each passing day. Moses, burdened by their ceaseless demands, was about to make a grave mistake.
Moses, there is no water. We are going to die of thirst. Must we suffer because we follow you?
Please be patient. The Lord will provide as he promised.
We are tired of waiting. We need water, not promises.
Moses, speak to the rock before their eyes, and it will yield its water. Enough! I am sick of your endless complaining.
Moses, what are you doing?
The God of our fathers showed you all the plagues of Egypt, parted the Red Sea, brought manna from heaven, and yet that's not enough for you.
Moses, this isn't how we should.
If you want water, just watch. I will give you water.
Yes,
Oh,
praise
water.
God!
Moses, you have disobeyed me. I told you to speak to the rock, but you struck it instead, as if the power to bring forth water came from you.
Lord, I...
Because you have done this, you will not be the one to lead these people into the promised land.
Though the people drank and their thirst was quenched, Moses' disobedience had a price. He would see the promised land, but never enter it. A reminder of the importance of obedience and faith in God's word.
My people, we have journeyed long and endured so much. Our faith has been tested, and at times we have faltered. But know this, God loves us and knows what's best for us. We must have more faith in Him. We must strive to be better, to trust in His guidance. He has brought us this far, and He will never abandon us. I have sinned against God. In my anger I disobeyed His command, and because of this, I will not be the one to lead you into the promised land. Joshua, you will lead our people from here. God will be with you. just as he has been with me.
Thank you, Moses. I'll never forget the day you saved me from the Egyptian taskmaster.
My brother Aaron, we have shared so much. Please continue to guide our people with wisdom and faith. My beloved, you have been my strength. Thank you for your love. Farewell, my people. Trust in God and in Joshua. He will lead you to the land promised to our ancestors.
At Golgotha, the culmination of a divine plan unfolds. A plan set in motion long before this moment. From the time of Moses, God's design for salvation was unfolding. A path of deliverance, sacrifice, and redemption. Moses, the shepherd chosen to lead God's people, received the law, a covenant between God and his chosen people. In Jesus, the promise of salvation, first revealed to Moses, found its ultimate fulfillment, promise of eternal life and reconciliation with God.